So I don't want to keep doing these videos, I don't want to keep making these. I've had some bad news updates, but unfortunately, yeah, I've had some more bad news. And I want to talk to you about that in this video, give you an update of what's going on. And because I'm not really flying very much at all at the moment, and my future is still uncertain, shall we say, I want to talk to you about what that means for the future of this YouTube channel as well. I started this YouTube channel back in 2016, almost 10 years ago as I record this, and it started off basically with me sharing videos of me flying from the cockpit. It then sort of morphed into a bit of a vlog channel.
We got upgraded.
I had opportunities to travel to some awesome places around the world, and I shared some of my travel adventures. I got to go to some really cool air shows. I even dabbled with the idea of trying to make some short films.
I am the Red Rocket Oral Navigator. You can call me Ron.
Nice to meet you, Ron.
It's just pronounced Ron.
Ron, take off.
Might I suggest closing the door first?
Thankfully, that didn't last too long. But then as I flew more and more, I started to try and come up with ideas for bigger and bigger adventures in Echo Yankee Zulu that I could share with you here on this YouTube channel. And then, as a lot of you know, and I won't labour the point, about 16 months ago now, I had my brain operation and I was grounded from that point forwards. Since the operation, I've still been posting videos quite regularly, and the subject material, my niche here on this channel, has still always remained as aviation focused. It's just been obviously a lot more commercially biased than the general aviation stuff that I want to share with you, and the general aviation stuff that I think quite a few of you signed up and subscribed to this channel for in the first place. So because I'm not going to be flying still for some time to come, and again more on that in a second, what can you expect then from this channel in the future? And don't worry, I'm not going to be making any more short films, I can promise you that. Let me read you out an email which might give you a bit of an idea of what the future of this channel holds. Dear Mr. Drury, I got this 2 weeks ago. I regret to advise you that I am considering cancelling your medical certificate under Regulation 67.255 of the Civil Aviation Safety Regulations. Now you may be wondering, well, hang on a minute, Steph, I thought your medical was already cancelled. Why are they now considering cancelling it? Well, the fact is, my medical was never cancelled. They said that they were going to pause my medical, and at a time when I was ready to go back to them again, I could submit the documentation to say that I am safe to fly again, and they would unpause my medical and I'd be able to once again fly. Now that was great, and I'm really grateful that CASA have put me in that position, because it does mean that the moment that they're happy from their side, they literally can just say, yep, you're good to go. And the medical that I currently have at the moment would continue on. I wouldn't need to go through any other medical checks at that point. Unfortunately though, when I put all of that information together for them, which I did with my DAME, my designated aviation medical examiner, the neurologist who actually operated on me, they then bumped that up to a panel of their own experts, and unfortunately the experts disagreed with the medical people that I have on my side, and that's when they decided that they were now at the point where they were considering cancelling the medical altogether. But that wasn't actually the end of it, because, and to their credit, CASA actually gave me 21 days, a show cause period, which they called it, which was basically a time period where I could go back to CASA and challenge their decision that they were looking to cancel my medical. Now, 21 days isn't a very long time for me to gather that information together, so what I actually asked for was an extension on that. And again, to their credit, CASA said yes. So I'm now sitting in this period of 60 days from receiving that email to gather up more information, speak to more experts on my end, to again go back to the regulator and again basically present my case to say that I feel I'm in a position now where I can operate an aircraft safely from a medical perspective. There is a big question then obviously about, well, who's the person who should say yes or no? Who's deciding in this situation whether or not I should get my medical back? And as with all things, it's not one person, it's going to come down to several. And right at the top of that chain, I actually, funnily enough, not to be arrogant for a second, but I think I'm the key person here who should also be part of this process. If you're a pilot watching this, you'll know that before you do any flight, you'll go through what's called an I'm Safe checklist. It's an acronym for checking that things like you're not ill, you're not under any medications that might impair your ability to fly, not under the influence of any intoxicants, etc. There's a few checks that you go through. But you as the pilot are responsible for saying, yep, I feel I'm ready to be able to operate this flight safely. And I think that flows through to my situation here as well. Physically, I'm fitter than I ever was before as well. Because I haven't been flying, I've been filling all my bloody time with running. I'm feeling really good at the moment. And I feel that my opinion in this instance should count. I feel the group of people around me who are experts in their areas of medical science who also agree with me that I'm ready to get back into that plane and be able to start flying it safely again, they should be listened to as well. My concern is there is a group of people, and I don't want to undermine their experience or abilities or education because I don't know who they are. And I think this is the big point. There is a faceless group of people who I don't know who they are and I will never meet them, who still get to decide whether they think that I am safe to be able to fly an aircraft again. And the opinions of me as the pilot in command and the medical experts around me, those opinions can be instantly negated. If you're curious to know what's happening with EYZ then, well, Echo Yankee Zulu is still airworthy. We did its 100 hourly at the start of this year. I actually did my biannual flight review in this aircraft about 4 weeks ago, which was all fine. I was signed off for that. So from a flying point of view, Echo Yankee Zulu is fine and ready to go. I've also been planning quite a few adventures in Echo Yankee Zulu on the ground at home, as I'm sure many of you do when you're sitting at home as well and you can't be out there flying. I've got some really fun trips that I want to make into content and share with you here on this channel, but I'm unable to because, again, I don't have that medical approval. And so to answer the question about what's going on and the future of this channel, I still want to make video content and I still love to travel, and the fact that I can't physically fly an aircraft doesn't make me love aviation any less. So I'm still out there looking for good stories, adventures, experiences, airlines, different routes, destinations that I can package together and share with you in what I hope are interesting stories that you can enjoy and you can learn from as well. I do sometimes get comments on my videos, especially in the last sort of few months about, and I'm sure they're being supportive, but just, we can't wait to see you flying Echo Yankee Zulu again. Man, I miss the EYZ flying videos. Look, all I'd say is bear with me. I miss them too. I can't wait to be flying in this aircraft again too. I want to share that content with you in the future as well. But aviation is in my blood and travel always has been from a long time. So I'm filling my creative void by not being able to make content in this aircraft, by putting together, like I said, hopefully some interesting stories in the worlds of commercial aviation, which even when I'm flying EYZ again in the future, I still want to continue to do. Basically, bottom line, if you like aviation, you're in the right place. If you specifically only want to see general aviation flying in an aircraft like EYZ, then you're still in the right place, but you can skip some of the videos that I make. So one thing that I've been battling with a little bit is whether to make this video. First of all, I wanted to update you on what's happening with the channel, of course, but throughout this whole period, I've shared some pretty personal information about me, my medical information, and also what's happening with me and the regulator. And I hope that by sharing what I'm going through at the moment, first of all, if you're going through the same thing, I don't want you to feel like you're the only one in the world who's going through it, because there are lots of us out there who are having these battles as well. But also secondly, I want to try and share some of the process that I'm going through as well, which might to some extent help you with the battles that you're also having. So what I'm actually going to be doing is going back to the regulator now. I'm actually seeing a new specialist, someone who I haven't seen before throughout this whole process, get their opinion on it, get my medical examiner's opinion once more on it, speak to my neurosurgeon again, and again myself write a letter, all of us combined, stating to the regulator that we believe that I am in a position where I can safely fly an aircraft into the future. And at that point, once again, it will be back out of my hands. So when it comes to the future of my flying, I'll keep you updated. When it comes to the future of this channel, look, I'm still going to be making videos. Aviation will always be the hero for me. I'm just still really grateful that I get to experience this amazing industry that I love so much, the people, the aircraft, the systems, the technology, the destinations, all facets of aviation. As long as I'm in that world, whether I'm flying or not, I'm still going to be happy and I'm still going to be wanting to make videos for you here on YouTube. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll see you in the next video.